Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing the new moon reading for the sign of Sagittarius. This is a new series that I've started on my channel, which is going to be new moon readings. They'll be released each month on the day of the new moon. Sagittarius and Taurus are coming out today because I had some issues with my camera yesterday. But we're still definitely well in the new moon cycle. All right, and new moons are all about beginnings of all kinds of things, projects, relationships, endeavors, visions. It's planting seeds, it's inspiration, and it's a really auspicious time of the month to do tarot readings, right? So this is going to be a general reading. It could be about anything, but it will be kind of basically focusing on any kind of new endeavors or new beginnings or the start of something new that may be coming into your life this new moon cycle, Sagittarius. All right, so let's jump right into it. We're going to start off with the Wild Unknown Oracle deck to get your spirit animal for the month. I've already been meditating on you, Sagittarius, and shuffling the deck, so we're going to do 3 shuffles and get right into it to get your spirit animal for this new moon cycle, Sagittarius. May 4th to June 3rd is the moon cycle. All right, the next new moon will be June 3rd, I believe. I have to consult my Farmer's Almanac to make sure, but I believe it's June 3rd. But we're talking about this new moon cycle for May, over the next couple weeks as it goes into its next phase, which will be the full moon. Show me the Sagittarius spirit animal for the month. Alright, Sagittarius for this month. New moon to new moon, you've got the gazelle. Wow, beautiful. Fire energy. At the bottom of the deck, zebra. Right? Zebra. Beautiful. The zebra is very observant. It watches you. They're able to, obviously, to blend, to camouflage, to hide themselves, right? The zebra is a lot of mysticism associated with it. You can see the rainbow triangle at the area of the third eye. So it's associated with third eye, intuition, deep understanding, right? Knowledge. A lot of compassion associated with the zebra. But you have the gazelle, right? So the gazelle is all about action. You know, if you think about a gazelle in motion, it's beautiful. You know, gazelles are very beautiful. They're aware. They have this heightened awareness. You know, the ability to jump and just, you know, when they talk about a runner, right, they say he runs like a gazelle. It's the grace. They have this beauty and grace. Supreme grace really is what it represents to gazelle, right? So with every movement, everything is kind of like awe-inspiring. You're going through your day-to-day life, Sagittarius, and everything you're doing is kind of emitting a sense of beauty, a bit of sophistication to it, and elegance, you know, grace, really. And as usual, you're hyper aware of your surroundings. The gazelle is very aware of their surroundings, right? You can notice in the wild when you see, if you've ever seen videos of nature in the wild, you see gazelles. They're able, you know, they have this heightened sense, right? They're able to notice when the wind changes or when smells change or when there's a predator in the air, right? So they're highly perceptive. So that's where you're at this month, Sagittarius. You're very perceptive. Your senses have been heightened, you know, and you're going through life with this real sense of beauty and grace right now, and everyone around you can see it, right? Everyone around you can see it. The other energy that's working with you being the zebra, that's quite interesting because the zebra is earth energy. I believe it's earth energy. Or is it? Yes, the zebra is earth energy. And talks about, you know, clicking into your third eye. This is zebra earth. No, the zebra is also fire energy. I'm sorry. The zebra is also fire energy. That's what was confusing me. Because I kept thinking, no, the zebra is fire. Yes. So you have two fire energy cards here, Sagittarius. The zebra, again, is very creative, visionary. That's what you see there with the rainbow triangle. Being in the company of zebras is meant to be a real delight. You know, they're open-minded. They're associated with magic and exoticism, you know, far-off lands. You know, the zebra is this exotic animal, you know, so they're associated with that and therefore also associated with the magical side of life. The zebra card also talks about travel, being, having a vision, right? So, you've got some really powerful animal spirit cards this month, Sagittarius. You know, you have this beautiful grace of the gazelle and this vision of the zebra, this kind of magical, exotic feel, you know, perhaps starting maybe a new adventure even, this feeling of adventure as well, you know, or perhaps a vision you've had, a wish or a vision for your life that you've had, Sagittarius, and maybe it's always felt like a dream, and now it feels like it's coming true. Like are your dreams coming true, Sagittarius? I wonder. It's interesting. I'm a Sagittarius myself. I'm a Sagittarius. I have 4 planets in Sagittarius. Sun, Jupiter, Mercury, and Neptune. And I have Leo moon. So I've got a lot of fire. I understand it. But being a Taurus rising, I've got earth that grounds me. But that feeling of wanderlust, I know exactly what that feeling is of wanting to travel. It's kind of they call it wanderlust because you lust for it. You literally lust to be in another place, to see an exotic or a far-off land and see something new. So, let's see. Wish fulfillment. I keep thinking wish fulfillment. Dancers. Some of you are dancers. It feels like you're just dancing through life right now. You know. Gazelle is associated with running, but also just the grace of it. So, like, keeping that up, you know, keeping up the rhythm, you know, going and going and going. You're running, but there's constant grace associated with it. It just reminds me of, like, you know, the universe dancer, the dancer of the universe, you know, stories of, you know, this entity that is, that dances, like, on the stars of the universe, you know. So you can imagine, very magical. You're feeling very magical, I think, this month, Sagittarius. You're feeling really, like, in your own. All right, let's get into it. Got the zebra here and the gazelle. All right. This is a 10-card spread. We're going to do each card in turn for the new moon for the next month, starting new moon to next new moon. It's a month reading, but done on the new moon, at the time of the new moon. So concentrating, again, as I said, on beginnings. It's planting seeds for visions, you know, dreams, starting your dreams. 3 of Cups. Beautiful. 3 of Cups can talk about a honeymoon phase, a beautiful honeymoon phase of coming together. You found your soulmate. Now you're coming together and you're celebrating, right? Sometimes people, readers, will say that this is third-party energy. I think it really depends on the reading, of course, right? It depends on the cards and whatever else is here. This could be third-party energy. A lot of times third-party energy is kind of negative. It's low vibrating. And it's hard for me to see that you're vibrating low when you have the gazelle as your animal spirit card for the month. But we'll see. Could be. In the center, 9 of Discs. 9 of Discs talks about finally establishing. You're establishing yourself. You feel like you're definitely establishing yourself in terms of career, in terms of money, prosperity that you're expecting to come in. Some of you are starting to establish businesses. You're feeling like you're ready, right? You're starting to feel confident. There's a confidence that abundance is coming in. Could be that abundance has started to come in. It's been after a long time of a lot of work, right? You're feeling good. You're feeling like the master craftsman. I mean, this character is very slick, right? Look at the outfits, very slick. There's a wheel on one foot which suggests motion, going. You're still going. You're ambitious. You want to keep going, but you're starting to feel a sense of security in what you're doing, in your profession or whatever your passions are. That's bringing, especially those things that are bringing in money, adding to your livelihood, your lifestyle. Queen of Swords energy. So honest, open, clear energy covering you this month. Honest, open, clear communication. I mean to say, you know, open communications, right? Very important this month. Very important. Keeping things clear, keeping things open, being honest with yourself and those around you. Let's start off at the bottom. We've got Ace of Swords. There's a victory. You feel like a victory is coming through. Definitely this month. A victory after a while of a lot of back and forth, right? But there's going to be, you know, the Ace of Swords talks about a communication that brings in victory as well. Could be that some of you guys are getting a settlement. You may have been dealing with a court case or some kind of legal issue, right? And you're going to get some communication coming in this month that you've won. That you've got what you want. You're going to feel a victory, right? And this is really going to be like, once this communication comes through, it's going to be like the underpinning factor in a lot of things that you do this month. Two of Cups, my lovers. My lovers. This isn't the Lover's Cup card itself. It's the Two of Cups, but it's so, it's beautiful, right? Look, Death has got his arm up. She's entwined. She's mesmerized. He's got her in his sights. She's not going anywhere. The hand on her womb already indicates that there's already the feeling of a seed growing, right? Or the anticipation, right? It's just love, right? So this is soulmate energy. Definitely meeting your soulmate this month, having a very, very deep love, an important love coming through this month. If you haven't already met this person, you're going to meet this person. That's for those of you who are single. Six of Cups, beautiful. Coming out of a period of, you know, happiness. You know, again, Six of Cups also talks about past lives, past life loves. So again, I feel like, so Two of Cups energy is here in this position. It's a subconscious energy that's driving you, a desire, the feeling as though you have, you know, your lovers, a real love energy going on. But then Six of Cups talks about having met your soulmate, having met a past life love. I feel like for some of you, you've met somebody recently and that person is like really, they've just come in or they're just coming into your life this month, and the feeling is very, very deep. Like you feel on a very deep level like this is kind of a relationship. Oh my God. The Lovers. Now here comes the Lovers. It's all about love for you this month, Sagittarius. This is a big month in love for you. My God. And this is on, so we've got, it's a circular read, right? But there's squares. I call them square connections, right? So similar to a Celtic, and there's still a cross. So there's a lot of different connections. It's very interesting that here at the ground, at the lower level, this is more like your subconscious, your watery, where the water lays, where your emotions lay, right? And you have this desire, this deep desire for the love. The Two of Cups is there. And here on the grounded level, on the earth level, they've come in. You've actually seen them, or you're just about to meet them on a tangible level, and you both come together in spirit as lovers. I mean, this is the Lovers card. So you can see the similarity between the two cards. This is the Deviant Moon deck. It's such... I love this deck so much. It's so illustrative. A lot of people can't get with it because it's not traditional, but the symbology and the imagery for me is just amazing. I always see something new. You see the full moon is there. Full moon, right? So they're under the light of the full moon. The snake, right, is there going up. The snake of awareness, wisdom as well. Temptation. Snake means a lot of things to a lot of people. Again, you can see in this card as well, there's a snake kind of snaking around. So the serpent talking about regeneration, you know, the serpent talking about sexual union, you know. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So you've got a major soulmate coming in for you, and you're going to know it. And on top of that, there's an Ace of Pentacles. So there is going to be a complete, like, huge change. If it hasn't happened already, but there's going to be a huge step up in your material level, in terms of your lifestyle, your abundance, what you can do, how you can... all your material, you know, on your material level, your wealth, your ability to do for your family, to do for yourself. You know, wealth is important. Wealth is important. Having abundance is important because you can't do anything in this world without money, right? Where money shouldn't rule you. It shouldn't, you know, in my estimation, you shouldn't just... You don't work just for the money itself, the paper that just stacks up and stacks up. You work for the money so that the money can work for you, so that it can do for you what you need it to do. If you have a vision, if you want to start something to help people, even a nonprofit organization takes money, right? So this Ace of Pentacles talks about a huge opportunity coming in, and it's coming in as a result of this connection with this union. Again, I want to talk about power couples. Power couples came into one of my readings for the monthly love. I believe it may have been for Leo or Scorpio, one of the two. I have to go back and check. I may put it down in the description below, but there was definitely a power couple energy coming through, and this is what's happening here. You're coming together with someone who's your soulmate, who you've been destined to probably meet for many, many years. If you haven't felt like you've met any of your soulmates, because we have multiple soulmates, right? This is definitely going to be that feeling. If you've never had that feeling before, you're going to have it now. And as a result, sometimes when you come together with your soulmate, you know, the positivity of the... You know, the union of the two, the sum of the two is so much greater than just adding the parts together, right? And you end up, many times you end up becoming soulmate couples, or a lot of time power couples. When they come together, they both of their levels of abundance immediately increase because of the positive influence they have on each other. So a choice is coming up, though. Sagittarius, you have a choice to make. Are you grappling with yourself? This is a choice. This is when you're grappling, you're arguing with yourself, you're grappling with yourself. If you see the character, it's really actually one character. It's two heads, but it's one body, right? So you're trying to decide something. You can't just decide on your own, on face value. You have to go inside deeper and decide. So there's a choice coming up for you. Maybe I don't feel like somebody's going to give you an ultimatum. This is not an ultimatum choice. This is like a self-imposed choice. Maybe you feel like you can't have one without the other, Sagittarius. Maybe you feel like you need to give up a certain thing in your life, or a lifestyle, or certain activity in your life, or something needs to change. You need to choose between something in order to manifest this divine union. Hermit. Coming up the Hermit. So solitude, going into yourself. The Hermit, it can also represent the Sage, but I think here it's representing the need to go in yourself and maybe be on your own. It could mean that there's a bit of separation between you and your loved one. It may mean that there's like a bit of a stalling before this actually comes to full fruition. Could be also, I think Sagittarius, you may be getting worried, and so you may be withdrawing a little bit. I think you're maybe withdrawing, and this grappling with yourself, this choice. I think that you may get in your head about all of this. I think is all gonna be very overwhelming for you, Sagittarius, because you've come out of a long period of perhaps a lot of you of not having happy relationships. The last couple of years, readings have been very difficult for Sagittarius. Interestingly enough, I very rarely get reversals because I clear my decks between every reading. So when there is a reversal, that means it's very poignant because that card has reversed for that specific reading. And come down to here, Sagittarius, and check it out. The Six of Swords, which is usually a card of leaving trouble behind, leaving the city behind, has come in reverse. So you don't want to leave. You're not trying to leave, right? You want to stay. You're waiting and you're staying. It could be that you're having to wait. It could be that you're having to wait. You're feeling like you're having to wait, and it's giving you some anxiety. It may be giving you some anxiety about this situation, right? But there's this is interesting that this is upside down, because I really genuinely feel like you don't want to leave a situation behind. There may be another situation that's in your mind that you're not able to leave behind. It could be a previous relationship or a previous encounter you had with somebody. You're just not willing to leave that behind yet. Or the memory of it is still with you. You haven't quite healed from it completely. And some of that energy is still in your head. It's still coming through your head. Even though, and this may still continue to happen once you've met your soulmate. If you haven't already met this person, or once you meet this person and you're starting to go into this consideration of a relationship, right? I think you're going to be in two minds. One side of you is going to be like, wow, this is amazing, right? My soulmate is coming in. Right? But then the other side of you is still going to be vexed a little bit with these memories, but don't worry about these memories, because that's exactly what they are. They're just memories. They're just memories. There's nothing associated. There's no cups associated, or love, or attachment. This is just you still trying to heal over some last injuries that you've had in love. You know, some bruises you've gotten in your last relationships or your last love encounters. And you just haven't quite left it completely behind. And it's making you feel like you need to make a choice, or you feel like you need to, do you need to make a choice, And again, you're grappling with yourself. So all of this energy here, I feel, Sagittarius, it's just your anxiety and your doubts. I think you're going to get rid of that. I think it's going to go away, but you are going to struggle with it a little bit. Remember to use zebra energy. Zebra is that magical energy, right? It's that magical kind of like exotic, like fire energy, pushing through passion, wanting to travel, and movement. So employ that. Get movement, maybe do. And again, Hermit is talking about going off on your own. Could be separating yourself from the things in your life that's continuing to make you hold on to these thoughts. Get into yourself a bit more, right? Continue the path of the Hermit. In a way, in terms of separating yourself from the things in your life that aren't, that are holding you back in terms of, or that are blocking your healing. So here we go back to the Three of Cups, and underneath it's interesting, we have the Eight of Cups, leaving shallow relationships behind. Three of Cups again. So this could have been third-party energy. It could just be that you've been having a really good time recently, and you recently just dealt with somebody, and that's where this energy is coming from, right? You're having a good time, and now this new love is coming in, right? And so you're trying to decide, do I give up my lifestyle? Do I give up dating, etc., for this new love? I don't want to be heartbroken. I'm still thinking about some past hurts. Let me go inside myself and rethink this, all right? So this is definitely, I think this card here is talking about just watching out, being out there too much, socializing too much, so that you become a little bit confused, or you're Sagittarius. Sometimes you can really overindulge with socializing. I know myself as a Sagittarius. So you want to be careful not to do too much of that, so that you are within your hermit. Hermit doesn't always necessarily mean you disappear. It just means that, you know, you have that kind of solitude vibe about yourself, in terms of being, you know, not just being out there, right? You're being reserved. You're in, you know, you're being reserved. You're using, you know, you're looking within. You're having self-reflection, you know. You can be the hermit in a room too, you know. That's the person who's just to themselves, and they're not necessarily the most boisterous one in the room. And Sagittarius, you can be that, and sometimes you do that. It's like crawling into your shell a little bit to be more observant. All right. But this month right now, I think some of these feelings here are just nagging. I think they're going to go away. You have a wonderful month coming up. This Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. Wow. Ace of Pentacles on top, Ace of Swords at the bottom. That's a major victory. Major victory coming in. You could have money coming in, and it could be a lawsuit or a complaint, or some kind of legal issue that you've been dealing with. You're gonna get that notice coming in this month, along with the payday that could be happening for some of you. It could just be that you're just getting that just a general victory in your life, in terms of having struggled for a while, and now things are just starting to happen. And as well, this Ace of Pentacles is coming in, so opportunities for money are coming, real opportunities for money are coming, and you have all this incredible love that's kind of rushing in. It's definitely pushing through and rushing in. You have a wall here of cups. Lovers, 2 of Cups, and 6 of Cups. So a wall of just divine love coming through, and I think it's going to overshadow these few lingering doubts you have, fears you have, anxieties. I think that's going to wash away. It'll be very interesting, Sagittarius, to see what your please check out the monthly love reading for Sagittarius, and it'll be interesting to see what your mid-monthly love check-in is going to look like this month. So that'll be out around the 10th. Between the 10th and the 12th, I'll be putting out the mid-month love check-in. So it'll be very interesting to see how this all turns out for you, or if the cards even speak to, maybe speaking to totally different Sagittarius with a completely different scenario. But I would be curious. So this is the reading for Sagittarius for May. It's a wonderful reading of excellent love coming in, money coming in, victories coming in. It's great. Let's just do a quick check on the Angel Therapy Oracle deck. I did that for all the other readings, so I'm going to do it for this one too. And these are just the energies that the Archangel wants you to pay attention to for the month, to help you get through all of these situations to the best of your ability for you and those around you. Right? Always giving guidance. Guidance is always needed. Even when you're on top of the world, you want to have guidance. Kings rule countries and rule territories, and yet they still have guides, right? They have advisors and guides that are constantly advising them and guiding them on how to keep the throne and keep the people happy, etc., etc. So kings and queens, right? Don't forget that, kings and queens. So even when you're at the top of your game, you always still want to be open to advice and to learning, so you can remain there and so that you can improve from there. So let's see what the archangels have to say for Sagittarius this month. It's a beautiful month of beginnings, new beginnings. Beautiful reading for new moon, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. That's what we want to see. Give us some guidance for Sagittarius. Archangels, show me. Be willing to forgive. Wow. That's it. Show me. I need 2 more cards. Books. Archangel Michael. Wow. So, we have be willing to forgive. Ask the angels to clear your mind and body of past pain in exchange for peacefulness. So that's what I'm talking about with this card exactly, right? So this came up because there's some situation that you're just not letting go of, right? And you have to, right? You just have to let go of that situation and be willing to forgive. And that's the way, you know, that's the way you let go. You forgive, right? So be willing to forgive so you can clear that blockage and let this incredible love you've got coming your way just flow right in. Books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. So some of you are maybe writing a book, maybe beginning to write a book. It could mean that this could be this is also a reaffirmation that if you've been considering writing or doing something of that nature, follow that vision, right? Follow that vision. Now is the time. You know, the angels are telling you this is a message for you, that now is the time. And also reading books, you know, increase your spiritual awareness, your cultural awareness. Archangel Michael, you're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through the situation. So this is beautiful, Sagittarius. It means the Archangel Michael is reaffirming that this is divinely led, divinely overseen, right? And they're helping you to stay on your path. This is your destiny. It's time. It's time for you to have this great change and to have this abundance. You've worked hard for it. And this is the angels reaffirming that this is what is meant to be. And just carry on, right? Carry on listening, keeping your third eye open, keeping your heart chakra open for the messages that come in. You know, carry on being true to your principles and exercising that beautiful gazelle energy, that beautiful, graceful energy, as if you're just dancing through life, right? And it's the law of attraction. All beautiful things come to those who enjoy life and who are dancing through life and see the beauty in all things. This is a great reading. A great, great reading. You're healing this month, Sagittarius, and love is coming in, opportunities coming in. You've worked so hard for it. You absolutely deserve it, if I may say so myself. And that's not just because I'm a Sagittarius, but that's also because I've been seeing the readings. I've been doing the readings. And of course, I see, Sagittarius, you have had a hard time these last couple of years. So this is your time now. All right. So this has been the new moon reading for Sagittarius for May 4th. It's a full month reading. It's for the whole month from new moon to new moon. I think the next new moon will be June 3rd. I'm going to be checking my Farmer's Almanac for that date. And thank you. If any of this resonated, please like, subscribe, comment below, send me questions, comments. I love to hear if these messages resonate, if they're accurate to what you're going through, if they helped you with what you're going through. Sometimes just having a reaffirmation of your situation can help you to make the right decisions and take the right steps on your path. It's not always about telling people, well, you should and do this and not do that. Sometimes it's just reaffirming that, yes, this is what you're going through. I see it too. I see it. I know, you're not alone. This is right. You know what I mean? And that kind of feeling of knowing that, okay, I'm not crazy, or I'm not, I do see this, I do feel this, and this is right for me, and this is my path. Sometimes just knowing that is enough to give you that self-esteem boost that you need, that impetus, that courage to say, right, my feelings are correct. My intuition is correct. I am on my life path. And these are the steps I want to take to bring it in to manifestation. All right. So thank you so much to everyone's liked, subscribed so far. Thank you to those who've reached out for private readings. I love you all so much. This is my new channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. And for now, I'm going to bid you Sagittariuses have a brilliant, brilliant month. Bye-bye.